All right, everyone. Thank you for joining the Close More Solar Projects with Mosaic on OpenSolar webinar. I'm going to give it about 30 seconds to a minute, let some people trickle in, and then we can get started. But I appreciate you all joining us for your lunch hour or the end of your day, wherever you are physically sitting in the country. All right. Okay, people are still coming in second by second, so we'll give that a little bit. Maybe while we wait, share in the chat box where you're calling from or the name of your company. Get some conversation going. And you'll notice, of course, a Q&A section. If you have questions throughout, you can plug them in there. All right. Great, we have people from all over joining. That's great. Good to hear it. I'm physically sitting in Grass Valley, California, here on the foothills of the Sierras along the beautiful Yuba River. Cool. So we'll get started. Welcome everybody again to the Close More Solar Projects with Mosaic on OpenSolar. And we're going to be discussing this integration and partnership between the two organizations. Next slide, please, Chris. So I'm Mark Matos. I'm Pro Experience Manager here at OpenSolar. So my responsibility is partner relations, business development, support, basically alongside Chris, handle a lot of our integrations and partnerships. And with us here also is...
Hey guys, I'm Orion Wilkinson. I'm the Senior Manager of Business Development here at Mosaic. I help support our strategic partnerships and our software partners like OpenSolar. Happy to be here, excited to talk about the integration today.
Thanks for having us, everyone. Good to be here. Chris Takahashi. I'm working alongside Mark, as Mark mentioned, with our Mosaic partnership and some of our other integrations and partners on OpenSolar, helping support, train, onboard our installer network. So happy to be here.
So real quick, the agenda for today. We'll be reviewing why use financing in options. So the benefits of offering finance options to your homeowners, your clients, why installers offer financing, then also why installers and homeowners love working with Mosaic, the benefits of working with Mosaic, and then why installers have been successful using OpenSolar and the Mosaic integration. And then lastly, we want to show you how all of this works. So we'll be jumping into a demo towards the end of the webinar as well. So before we get started, if people just want to plug in A, B, C, or D to this quick poll question, do you currently offer financing to your homeowners? And I'll just kind of keep track of that here and see. Wow.
Looks like a lot of A's so far.
Pretty unanimous. Yeah,
totally. That's great. And that just goes to show, exactly where the industry is going. I'll give it a couple more seconds before we move to the next slide, Chris. But right now, the percentages of installers across the country that offer financing is dominant. And the percentage of finance deals for homeowners is also the predominant way of going solar through a finance mechanism. So it looks like by far, we offer finance options to everyone is great. So next slide, please. So why use financing options? We conducted a survey of installers, and two of the biggest things that came back to us is the amount of time it saves people to use financing options within OpenSolar. So we're about saving 10 hours a month by using this integration. So essentially a little bit more than a day. So imagine what you could do with a day extra in your month. More sales calls, get started on installation, whatever it is. And the second big question was about simplifying the application process. So we are able to give our installers the ability to do everything within the OpenSolar portal to get a credit application and approval through Mosaic. So that by far is the biggest percentage, simplify the application process, as well as improve customer experience, save time for the sales teams, and avoid multiple logins and portals.
Perfect. And so now I'm going to talk about why you should offer financing. Sounds like most of you guys are already offering financing at this point, but still wanted to knock out some of these highlights. Some of the business benefits, it's going to allow you to sell premium products. So when you're selling on a monthly payment versus total out-of-pocket cost, it's going to help you avoid sticker shock. A much easier conversation to have with homeowners when you're talking about a $150 a month payment versus a $50,000 out-of-pocket expense. You're also going to see improved close rates and increased commissions when you're offering financing. With some of the best approval rates in the industry, Mosaic is able to approve more homeowners, get them qualified for clean energy projects. So more qualified borrowers should lead to more sales and more commissions for you guys. When you work with Mosaic, you also get paid faster. We fund every business day, and we would fund the next business day after you reach a funding milestone. And those funds are going to be sent directly to you, the installer. So you no longer need to worry about collecting payments from your customers. It also allows you to stand out among your competitors by offering a variety of options. We have a wide range of loan products that really fit any sales pitch. So it allows you to offer multiple APRs per term, which provides flexibility for both your sales teams and your clients. Offering financing should also make selling a little bit easier for you guys. Right now, 54% of residential projects are financed. So consumers are used to using financing for their solar projects. As you'll see in the demo, we also have a seamless sales process with near instant approval decisions. And by offering financing, you help customers purchase solar who wouldn't be able to afford it if they had to pay in cash. And lastly, by offering financing, you add credibility to your operation. Your competitors are likely offering financing, and most consumers are used to using financing for large purchases and big ticket items. Those are some of the benefits of offering financing. Now we're going to talk about why installers and homeowners really love working with Mosaic. The first benefit I wanted to touch on is our competitive pricing. We have some of the most competitive pricing in the industry today. What this means is that you're going to see lower monthly payments for homeowners. You're also going to see the lowest dealer fees yet for contractors. So our dealer fees are actually currently the most competitive they've ever been, including some zero dealer fee options. On top of that, we also have some of the most attractive rates in the industry. So like I mentioned, we have a wide range of loan products with terms anywhere from 5 years all the way up to 25 years with very attractive interest rate options. Some of which are as low as 0.99% on select loan products. Another benefit of working with Mosaic is our leading credit policy. A few exciting updates, kind of recent updates for us. Our new FICO floor is now 620. So we'll go down to 620. Anyone with at least a 620 FICO could be approved for Mosaic financing. And that's going to come with no additional dealer fee added. We don't use risk-based pricing, so our dealer fees and interest rates won't be impacted or won't change based on borrowers' credit quality. Another exciting update this year is our max loan amount was increased to $135,000. What that means is you can now finance any project from $10,001 up to $135,000 with the Mosaic loan. Probably, I think the coolest feature of our pre-qualification is that we use soft credit checks. So a soft credit check allows you and your clients to know exactly what they qualify for upfront and what their monthly payments could look like without impacting their credit score. If they do decide to move forward with the project and the loan funds, at that point, we would do a hard pull, but everything up front, the entire pre-qualification is all going to be based off of a soft credit check. We have a very low STIP rate with fast resolution. We see STIPs on less than 5% of our applications overall, and 90% of those STIPs are reviewed in less than 10 minutes by an underwriter. We also allow for loans on non-primary residences. So as long as the borrower is on title, they can get qualified for Mosaic financing, whether it's their primary residence, a second home, a vacation home, or even an investment property that they own. Any of those property types would be eligible for Mosaic financing. We also allow for combined household income to be used as qualifying income on our pre-qualifications. Every household residence verifiable income can be included, even if they're not the applicant. So let's say you have a husband and a wife, the wife has better credit, she applies, and then you use their combined income to qualify. We also don't evaluate DTI in our pre-qualification, so it's not part of our credit decisioning at all. We view solar as kind of a bill replacement rather than additional debt, so we don't actually evaluate DTI for our approvals. And then last but not least here, property value boost approvals. So Mosaic has been around the longest of any solar lender in the solar space, which gives us a lot of historical data in terms of borrowers' ability to repay. So we use a number of factors, including property value, to help boost approvals for borrowers who may not qualify based on just FICO or loan, or who have less than stellar credit. All right, and we can jump to the next slide here, Chris. All right, and just one more for us. There we go. Perfect. So the next thing I want to talk about is our easy application process. As you'll see in the demo, our pre-qualification process is super simple. It really fits into any sales process, whether you're selling in person or selling remotely. Our application makes it easy to pre-qualify customers on any device. So it is going to be a scalable application, meaning it's going to be the same experience for homeowners, whether they're filling out the application on a smartphone, on a tablet, or on their laptop. It also allows installers like you the ability to offer a wide range of competitive APRs and low monthly payments on the spot. So as you'll see, once you get someone pre-qualified, you can show them all their options, what different loan terms would look like, what different payments would look like, all on the spot. All right, next slide for us. There we go. Another benefit I want to touch on today is our broad suite of loan products. So we have our Power Switch Choice Loan, kind of our standard solar loan, is structured to account for the ITC and provide homeowners with attractive monthly payments from day one. The loan is structured assuming the borrowers will make a voluntary prepayment where they put the ITC back towards their loan balance. This loan is really intended to be used for solar projects, solar plus battery, or battery only projects. We also have our Power Switch Plus loans. So these loans are structured slightly differently and aren't really structured around the ITC. These loans are designed for projects that include solar plus other energy efficient upgrades. So things that may not be ITC eligible, like a HVAC or windows and doors. What the Plus loan allows you to do is bundle other home improvements with a solar project all together in one loan. And then the last benefit I wanted to touch on is our world-class support. As you can see here, we have an API listed, so our seamless tech integration. We've really refined our API over the last year or so, which has allowed us to partner with OpenSolar and bring this great integration to market. Our underwriting. So as I mentioned before, we have a very low STIP rate. We also have a team of dedicated underwriters with a direct phone line, our underwriting hotline, underwriting back line, where you can actually call in and help speak with an underwriter so they can help you resolve STIPs in real time. Our account management team. So we have an amazing team of account managers kind of regionally based throughout the country. So they're going to be regional in market for you right there, so they can help support you and your teams. And then last but not least, we also have our customer support team. So we have a dedicated support team, both for installers and for borrowers. So if something comes up, Mosaic support team is standing by 7 days a week, and they answer 95% of phone calls within 40 seconds. So if anything comes up, you need help with your portal, the borrower has some questions, let's say it's a Sunday, you can always reach out to the support team. They'll be there to help you all the way along the way. And that's everything benefits of Mosaic. Now I'm going to pass it back to Mark. He can talk about OpenSolar, and then we can get into the demo.
All right. Thank you, Orion. That was great. So yes, why OpenSolar? So if we go to the next slide, Chris, we built OpenSolar with the idea of speed plus accuracy equals quality. We're an end-to-end solar software technology where we want to provide everything and anything that one of our dealers, or as we call them, our pros, needs to succeed in the solar industry and be able to offer a product, a proposal tool virtually to your homeowners and to your customers. So we're in over 130 countries. So what that means is we have support worldwide. We're a global company, so around the clock support. If you're working, burning the midnight oil, you can know that someone is working at OpenSolar and can support your needs there. We own the primary market share in Australia. We just wrapped up our biggest month ever in the US, and we're growing incredibly fast in Europe as well. And of course, as many of you probably know, we are free. So no more expensive subscription costs for seats or different executive plans to just get a design and proposal tool. So we have a partnership revenue model. So our revenue mostly comes through our partnerships through hardware manufacturers and a variety of different integrations and partnerships like this one with Mosaic. So a bunch of different integrations with third-party industry platforms that are providing services to the solar industry. Those are our main revenue streams, and it's working incredibly well. And we've kind of flipped the model on its head a little bit, and don't believe that the future is through subscription and licensing. So pictured here, you'll see our founders. So that's Adam Pryor on the left, and then Andrew Birch, or Birchie, on the right. They are commonly attributed to being the creators of remote solar design and virtual selling. So Birchie, as some of you may know, was the founder of Sungevity. Sungevity at its peak was the 4th largest resi solar company in the country. And they were really the first ones to do this remote solar design, virtual selling, and being able to provide that across the country was a really big game changer for not only Sungevity, but the industry as a whole. And now they have teamed up again to build OpenSolar. We are installer centric. We're built by professionals in the solar industry for solar professionals. We listen, we act, we deliver product enhancements faster than any other solar software in the industry. So as I said, it's fast. We're generating proposals, custom interactive proposals, in under 2 minutes. So not just designs that quickly, but everything you need in a proposal, with your equipment selected, accurate production and savings modeling, finance with Mosaic, and everything you need in order to make a sale virtually. Everything point of sale. We want to make sure that OpenSolar has created a solution so that you never have to leave the OpenSolar portal for whatever reason. App hopping is one of my biggest pet peeves, especially with the amount of time I spent selling solar virtually, needing to have all these tabs open and go to one software solution to do one thing and just going back and forth. So our 3D design has auto calcs, meaning azimuth, scale, pitch, shading, all of that is done automatically within the technology. And of course, we have integrated finance with instant approvals, e-signature, and point of sale financing is such a big enhancement for a lot of dealers out there. And it's great to have your customers be able to apply for financing at the initial sales pitch or solution review, whatever it is that you call it. So class leading accuracy. Like I said, OpenSolar was built to be fast, but never to compromise on accuracy. I speak to a lot of dealers that, will have 2 paid subscriptions for design or proposals. One is for fast designs, speed to lead, the importance of that. We all get it, especially with customer acquisition costs and where they are. You want to be sure that you're getting to that lead as quickly as possible. And then they pay for another solution, software solution for accuracy. Once a deal is signed and closed and you need to apply for a plan set, you're paying for another model. So OpenSolar was built to be best of both worlds, a fast design and proposal with also bankable production estimates. So it's been third-party validated by NREL and PVAL, of course, the 2 leaders in these validations of shade and scale and pitch. And after getting up on several roofs with a sun eye and looking at a bunch of example projects, both NREL and PVAL have classified OpenSolar as best in class when it comes to accuracy. We have shade reports included, automated year-round analyses that can be exported through OpenSolar. And of course, accuracy and accurate proposals equals fewer change orders, happier customers, and of course, higher conversion rates. So like I said, we are an end-to-end tool, and we want to provide everything that is needed. So we have a built-in CRM for those that aren't yet able to pay for a HubSpot or Salesforce. You can do pipeline management, project management, everything through OpenSolar. Custom roles that exist and custom teams in order so you be able to manage whether it's different sales organizations, or if you are a sales organization selling into a variety of different EPCs nationwide, we have solutions to support that. We also have an open API, so you can integrate any of your software stack into OpenSolar, so that anything you're doing in OpenSolar can, of course, just through an API call, be integrated into your existing software suite. We have a seamlessly built out BOM generator through IronRidge. So within OpenSolar, with a click of a button, once the project and design is complete, it communicates with IronRidge, and BOM is generate a PDF, send it out to the distributor. Again, trying to do everything we can so that you never have to leave OpenSolar. We also have made to order permit packages through Greenlancer. If you use Greenlancer, or if you haven't, let us know, we can put you in touch. And then of course we have dedicated smartphone and tablet apps so that you can use OpenSolar in whatever way you want. So some of these latest features that we're talking about, again, we're nimble, we're fast moving product team to help constantly evolve the product. We want to create this software and these support technology so that it fits with your model as a solar company. There's dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of different workflows and processes that exist in different solar companies, and we want to be able to create a solution for all of them and have the best in class solar software tool. So roles and permissions. We had a recent pro dealer who told us a story how they've been asking for a set of roles and permission abilities through a different design software, and they were asking for more than a year to have more than just admin and non-admin. And then we got together with them in OpenSolar and we delivered a custom and incredibly deep roles and permission structure with 6 default templates that you can choose from, as well as 5 custom created roles. And we delivered that in under 2 minutes. So, you know, if anyone wants to hear more about that, please reach out and we can go over the roles and permissions that we have. I briefly mentioned earlier that we have the ability to support sales orgs. So if you're a regional EPC that has a dozen or 100 sales orgs, there's ways that we can create hierarchy so you can filter the projects just specifically for this sales orgs. And we've created a way to communicate within app with your sales orgs that are selling through you, whether it's Mosaic or any other solutions there. So if you want to control pricing, you want to control hardware, that is easily done through OpenSolar. And then vice versa, if you're a sales org selling at a national level through various EPCs, we've created tools and creating more tools to support that as well. As far as enhanced battery modeling, we're preparing for the changes in policy that are occurring here in California and potentially other markets where battery attachment rates will be forced to increase based on new net metering policies. So we're preparing for that with increased battery modeling. We also have a native signature software that can support signatures and contract signing in app. We also have an integration with DocuSign if you're a DocuSign user. And also our native signature software is easy to use where we can import existing PDF contracts so that you can include your exact contract within your OpenSolar portal. So you can check out our blog at opensolar.com to read more about these feature enhancements. You can go to the Help Center to look up articles and watch videos on all these enhancements. And if you haven't already, I would urge, if you're newer to OpenSolar, to join our 3-part weekly webinar series that we host. So now we will move into how to sell the perfect Mosaic deal on OpenSolar. And Chris, thank you very much for handling the slides there. And apologies for the slides dropping out there for a moment. But such is our world these days where technology rules all. So I appreciate the understanding, as we all do here. And Chris will take it away with the demo. And Chris, if you just want to move it to the next slide real quick and then start the demo, that'd be great.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. And thanks everyone for bracing with us to that quick slide drop off here. Okay. Do we have the right screen share?
I'm seeing the project page, Chris.
You are?
Yep.
Great. You see my cursor moving around?
We do.
Cool. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are in OpenSolar in the project zone more specifically. So the integration lives back in the control zone where you'll connect Mosaic and have all your product offerings there. Any adjustments can be done to, setting an auto apply by geo or a specific region or market that you're in. We can really tailor the integration to work with your team, your company, and your company needs essentially. So I'm going to jump into a project we've built out specifically into the design mode here. And we'll point out a couple of the features here with our 3D design tool that has been third-party validated with, world-class leading accuracy for our pitch detection, our shading and the scale. So those are really the 3 metrics that have earned top marks here. So you can see I have a design built out. I have 2 in particular for this project. I can set multiple views, and my slope has been predetermined by the 3D model here. So slope, azimuth, all set, pre-configured. My shading drop down here. If I open this up, I can see my ray tracers in green And these will update as I move throughout the course of the year, depending on the hour and the month. I can see that individual breakdown of my big shade impacts here. So really nice to be able to show this to a customer if they have questions about, a certain tree on the property. We want to reassure them that the shading is really not that bad. In fact, you can see this house in particular has 86% sun access value for the year, despite that morning sun that's really just right south of the property here. So I'll toggle that back up here. On my design toolbar, you can set, again, multiple designs or design with multiple projects, have your payment options preset to auto apply based on the geo. So coming down over to pricing, I have multiple Mosaic loans on offer here that have been preset as my default. I can come down here, add any adders to my pricing, have the dealer fee charge. So if it is the Mosaic product where I'm rolling in HVAC or roofing or anything like that, I can take care of that with my adders here within pricing. For anybody that has the right roles and permissions set with OpenSolar, they can see the breakdown cost and margin here. You can choose whether or not this is visible, but I can see a price breakdown for each option, Mosaic, cash, etc. Moving over to payment options, this is where I'm configuring and choosing Mosaic in the first place. So again, presets here. If I need to choose any additional loan, customer wants to pay off the solar system a bit sooner, I can come up here and toggle on a different loan option as well.
Yeah, and Chris, while you're waiting for that, I just want to add, so you see how the trees are kind of melty. Pay attention to that. So the DSM technology, or digital surface maps, what it's doing is it's taking thousands of photos and stacking and layering them so that the technology is able to determine the height of any obstruction around the building. So that's incredibly beneficial, as you can imagine, for all the reasons that we've talked about when it comes to accuracy in those auto calcs and data sets. Also want to share, we won't get into it right now, but you can go to the help center in OpenSolar to watch videos on how to do it. But we can add or remove trees. So if a homeowner says, this tree's gone or it's been gone, you can come in and drop into advanced settings here and remove the tree, trim the tree, or add a tree that doesn't exist. Someone asked, about doing manual mode. So manual mode, you basically can just draw out the roof over 2D, and that'll give you the 3D calculations. And if you need, you can go to the help center to see how that works. And I'll actually share that link in the chat box as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, I think, the nice thing about OpenSolar is that it's such a wide and very widely encompassing program to really meet any need. So manual mode is really great for adding trees, even new home construction, dropping in or uploading a blueprint. A lot of niche cases that, come up quite frequently can be achieved through sort of that manual design mode here. Great. So I'm going to jump over to the online proposal. I have 2 systems built out, 2 Mosaic options for each one as well. And so once you do get set up with OpenSolar, if you're not already, you can fully customize your proposal. This cover message would be tailored to your business. And we have this with our demo account here written out as such. I'll jump over into the proposal itself here. And let me save my project. So at the top of the proposal, I have my 4 featured figures, which you can choose from a list of about 30 that you would like to present here at the top. I have my system options on the right side, two designs in this case. And you'll notice if I choose between the 2 different designs, my numbers will update, offset, savings, net price to the customer. Simultaneously here on the bottom right or just below this, I have my payment options, have my Mosaic loans here. I can choose between the 2 and see what that pricing breakdown will be with a quick difference there as well. Underneath this, I have my Get Pre-Qualified button. So this will take you to the credit app, the instant credit approval. This is pre-filled out with customer information that you've already entered in to OpenSolar for this project. So big time saver of not needing to enter this data twice. This is taken care of right here through the Get Pre-Qualified button. Instant approvals. The loan docs are also all within the same page as well. I'll get to that in a second here shortly. Coming down with our partnership model, anybody that is an exhibiting partner with OpenSolar will have nice marketing collateral here. So brochure, spec sheet, video. This is all on display here at the top of the proposal.
Yeah, and just quickly to add, so what we're looking at here, each one of these little sections is what we call a content block. And within those content blocks, these are editable in the control zone. You can create customized content blocks to really, highlight your business or anything that might not be existent within OpenSolar that is within your company. So color schemes, logos, those things as well. We'd be happy to help you set that up as well.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. So coming down, we passed over some of those custom content blocks. You can add in a video, anything that's tailored to your business. We do have the graphs that relate to savings. So just to kind of show that interactive bit, if I choose between different system options, I will have different numbers up here, there, under financial impact state as well. Choosing between my two different systems, two different payment options. I as a customer or you as a sales rep can really empower that conversation to, find the best solution, with your design here. This quotation table below has the breakdown of the loan option. So this is, all approved language by Mosaic and how it needs to be displayed with the terms and the corresponding payment options. So you have your payment amount, your loan amount, your interest rate, your voluntary payment for the tax credit is listed here. So based on the federal tax credit, 26%. And this loan amount, we have that option. If I choose this other loan, it will update my payment options 1st through 16 and escalated payment if the voluntary payment is not paid into the loan. You can see that reflected here as well. So this is all very easy to digest. And part of the integration is the latest pricing that you're showing here for the customer. Jumping over to the Get Pre-Qualified button, this will pull up, again, just the credit application pre-filled with the info from the project, from the customer, again, saving you that trouble of any double data entry. And then once they're credit approved here, and after the application, the customer does not have to leave this browser or the window here to sign their loan docs. So really nice to be able to bring that straight to the online proposal and speed up your workflow there. Cool. And then just to kind of round out the proposal, again, those content blocks that you can customize here, these are examples from our account. Definitely reach out to us. We're more than happy to help set up, anything that would be a benefit to your company, and having content blocks or contract provisioning as well, for that matter. Those are, two of the important things to kind of get right here.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. So, it's about 1:40. We want to, or 4:40, depending on where you are. We want to leave some time for Q&A, and also maybe give a little bit of your time back and be respectful of that. So if you want to drop your questions into the Q&A dialog box, and we will answer them as they come. Thank you for those that already asked some. I believe we've answered the ones that exist. And yeah, it seems, Orion, there's a couple of questions for you particularly.
All right, let's take a look and see what we got. All right, so does Mosaic offer any type of commercial financing? At this point, we're all residential, so we'd only offer residential financing. You can finance units anywhere from a single family up to 4-unit residence. Anything above 4 units, at that point, we wouldn't be able to actually finance those type of projects. So no commercial at this point. 1 to 4 units is our max. And let's see.
I can answer this one from Maurice. Will we be able to integrate Adobe Sign? So currently, no. The only integration with a signing platform we have is DocuSign. However, if you have a PDF that's created in Adobe that you want us to load into your OpenSolar account, we can do that. And it'll essentially serve as your Adobe Sign. I'm sure Adobe has some features that you like, but it'd be interesting to talk to you about what that would look like. So Daniel asks, is OpenSolar's design 3D and 2D available in rural areas, or is there a map available for OpenSolar geographic coverage? So OpenSolar uses Google for our 3D imagery. So wherever there's Google 3D, which they claim is in, I think, 80% of the country, in some rural areas, yes, in others, no. And when we do find there is no 3D, it is in rural areas. However, there generally always is a 2D image. And I shared a link about how to design in 3D when no 3D imagery is available in the chat box. So that link will help you navigate how to get those 3D calculations for rural areas.
All right, looks like we have a question from David as well about tying roof jobs into our proposal. I can speak to what you can tie in or how much you can kind of put towards roofing jobs in our solar loans. With our standard power switch choice loan, it would be up to 50% of the loan amount can be used for a partial re-roof if it's required for the system install. If it's more than a partial re-roof, let's say they want to do an entire re-roof, at that point they would need to use our power switch plus loan, which would allow you to do a full re-roof. Again, it would be up to 50% of the total loan amount can be used for other upgrades. And it looks like David had a question about manufactured homes as well. We do allow for manufactured homes, so manufactured homes would be eligible. They can't be mobile homes, so you can't pick them up and move them. They would need to be permanently affixed, and the homeowner does need to have full ownership rights of the roof as well as the land that the home is on. Hope that answers the questions you had, David. If you have anything else, feel free to reach out to me directly. Happy to answer any questions about STIPs and manufactured homes.
Awesome. And Robert, I just sent you a message separately. We can help set up. Just share your email address with you and we can find your account for that.
All right, and then we've got a question from Ivan. Can a homeowner finance more than one system, for example, primary residence and investment property? That's a great question, and we do allow for this. So any individual homeowner can have up to 2 Mosaic loans. So in an example like this, they could finance a system on their primary property and then also on an investment property. All right, looks like one more from Maurice. This might be for you, Mark.
If we were to use Loveland Innovation drone photos, could they be uploaded to OpenSolar? Yes, they can. So great call out, Maurice. Thank you. So any uploads, whether it's drone, roof plans, blueprints, anything like that can be uploaded. And just same way of creating a 3D design without 3D imagery, you can draw out the roof and use manual mode and get the 3D auto calcs.
All right, and then one more from Ivan. What is the lowest FICO score accepted? So our FICO floor is going to be 620. So anything 620 or above.
Creating a 3D design without 3D data is the link to the manual design. That'll cover that. And yes, Clint, we will be sending out a recording of the presentation.
Thanks, Robert, for the email, by the way. Got it here.
You got that, Chris?
Yeah, all set.
Okay. All right, some good questions. An engaged crew. I like that. let's just leave it open for a few more seconds here, see if anyone has any questions. And while we do that, up on the screen, you'll see an email. So if you have any further questions for OpenSolar about the Mosaic integration, you just would email mosaic@opensolar.com. You will receive an email follow-up with a Mosaic application. And if you want to apply now, go to opensolar.partner.joinmosaic.com. And I believe Maurice, it's probably best to reach out to that partner email on the screen right now to answer the question about what is needed for the sales org to qualify for Mosaic offering. And perhaps Orion, you could put him in touch with an account manager that handles your territory, his territory.
Yep, we can do that.
Yep. And Samantha, how would OpenSolar replace Salesforce? That's really, I don't know. People use Salesforce in a whole bunch of different ways. OpenSolar does have a pretty, just basic CRM that has a list of projects and allows you to filter with a variety of different data sets. In order to fully replace Salesforce, that's completely dependent on how in depth you use it, because of course OpenSolar is not Salesforce. But as said, our open API allows for an integration to Salesforce so that both technology platforms can communicate easily.
All right, and one from Daryl. Is there a link we can send customers to pre-qualify if you have not sent them a proposal yet? Yes, you would be able to send an email over to homeowners so they can qualify before proposals been put together. So you can get folks pre-qualified before proposals been put together or after.
And also just to add on that, Daryl, within OpenSolar, if you have a design, but you don't have a proposal in front of the customer just yet, you can also send a credit app from within OpenSolar once you've selected that option within the design window.
Yeah, and if you have a question about that, we can support. Just email mosaic@opensolar.com.
And it looks like one more in the chat. Our installers use Solo. How do we use this for our teams?
How do you use, Ryan? I'm not sure I understand.
Let's see, it's from Ryan Marsh.
So Solo, of course, is another design tool. Your installer uses Solo. You could use OpenSolar for designs and proposals, sell the system, and then just send the OpenSolar proposal to the installer. However, you wouldn't be able to use a Mosaic integration if you're selling Mosaic through the installer. Best case forward, put me in touch with your installer and let's get them using OpenSolar.
Fantastic. Well, any other questions? Let's see. I think we might be all set.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Get about 10 minutes back here.
All right. Just as we planned.
Thanks everybody
Cool.
for your time this afternoon. It's been great.
Yes, thank you everybody. And Chris, Orion, thank you both. And look forward to increasing your business and revenues with you all. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Take care.